Hi, I'm Beth Lipman, and I'm an artist who works primarily in glass, but also in photography, and I've been totally obsessed with the still life tradition for the last 10 years of my life. So behind me, you see Still Life with Metal Pitcher, one of my most recent sculptures / installations addressing the laid table tradition of the still life genre, primarily the Harlem style laid table paintings. Well, initially when I started the series of still life pieces, I based all of my components on specific paintings. So I would actually be inspired by a specific laid table painting from the Dutch 17th century golden era.
Still life painting.
Yeah. I basically kind of absorbed the vocabulary from a lot of those paintings, and I started branching out and kind of incorporating that vocabulary into my own composition. And so many of those objects, those inanimate objects that you would find in those still life paintings, are firmly rooted, as you know, in the tradition of decorative arts, whether it's a glass blowing or metal working or pottery or et cetera, et
You're
cetera,
sort
et
of
cetera.
evoking all those things on the table, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some of these things were considered exotic, and they're not really considered exotic anymore.
Right.
You wouldn't find all of these things on the same table, which is also a part of the tradition of still life. So it really is a reflection of wealth, because people couldn't afford to have all of these things at the time. So for me, this is really a symbol of consumerism.
And so, one obvious difference from the paintings is color, right? You're only working in one material, clear glass.
Right. I usually only work in clear primarily because I want to frustrate your eye. For me, the absence of color really allows you to kind of understand the intangible quality of wanting to desire and consume something and yet not be able to really ever own it. So you can't really visually own this because you're looking through it. You also have reflections that are coming back at you. So it's kind of a frustrating experience where I would like it to be a little frustrating. To me, it is this, once again, kind of just pushing not only the tension that's inherent in the material of glass, the fragility of glass, the way that the material evokes a sense of mortality and the fragility of life. So I really try to push that by literally having things just barely attached to the table or hanging off the table, so that it's even more precarious. The sense of the sense of fragility is heightened in that.
Right, I see.
I think just living in a consumerist society, in a capitalist society, and this idea of wanting and desiring and needing, and then consuming, but not really feeling fulfilled. In the end, what is remaining? It's this intangible thing. It's this intangible quality. I mean, these things are very tangible. You can touch them, you can hold them, but visually, it's really not. It's the remains of what your desire was. It is, in my mind, which is why it is so important that it's in clear glass as well.